Hey everyone, so today we are going to make our own parachute devices. The cool thing is about this is that we are only going to use things that we found or can find in our houses or things that we already have. So today, when I went looking, I was able to find some coffee filters, some different size ribbons, and these ones are plastic, but little cups. And then we're only going to use I'm only going to use tape to put it together. So what is a parachute used for? So when we think about our parachute, we're going to use our coffee filters to be our parachute. And what we want our parachute to do is we want it to be able to slow down whatever device we have. So the parachutes are used to make something that's going super fast, slower. So let's see what we can do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my plastic cups, and these ones actually already had holes in them, but if it didn't, I would just use some tape. And I'm actually going to use the longer size ribbons, and I am going to tie our ribbons to our cups like this so that they will be able to hold our cup to the parachute. Super simple. So we have our basket. This is going to be the basket. This is going to be the object that we're going to try to slow down in our experiment. And we're just going to make a very simple parachute today. So the very last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to tape our parachute, our coffee filter, to the other end of those ribbons. So I'm just going to take a tiny piece of tape and attach one end, make sure my strings aren't tangled, and take one other tiny little piece of tape and tape it to the other end, and we have our parachute. Alright, so we have our parachute. Let's go test it out and see what happens. So that was just one experiment that you could do with your parachute, and I encourage you to really go out there and try to do more. Can you use a different size parachute, different materials to create your parachute, maybe putting non-breakable objects in your basket to see if you can get it to the bottom of your course safely. And do it with people in your household. Do it with siblings or parents or somebody else that you may live with, and do 2 at a time and see who can create the better device and get that object to the bottom safer and slower, using everything that you learned through your trial and error process. And definitely share your pictures, share your ideas, any comments, and even mistakes. Share them with us. Maybe you can come up with something different that we didn't even think of. Bye.